All right, so a transgender made the cover of Elle magazine, or I should say, they put a transgendered person on the cover as part of the overall mass media promotion of transgenderism, which is also a war on natural gender. It's been going on for quite a while, but they're really coming out in the open with the concept that it is wrong and even almost illegal now to be a man or a woman, to be heterosexual, to be in a heterosexual relationship, to be married to a person of the opposite gender, and even to reproduce naturally with male and female reproduction, creating a baby. Uh, that is going to become illegal, I believe. At least now it is being frowned upon. It is portrayed as something bad. They're talking about banning heterosexual sex now because of Zika, which is this artificially created virus and mass media hype. Anyway, so here it is, man. Cover of Elle. How do I scroll up? Okay. Saw this in The Guardian today. This is the model. I mean, very androgynous. Now I heard an interesting theory that, maybe, so this is all part of the spiritual warfare going on. Um, Maybe the angels in the heavenly realm, there's fallen ones who are following Satan, and then there's good ones that God created, and they're doing God's will. So they're all angels, but there's the fallen angels rebelled. Now maybe they're in a different place. I don't know. I've never been there. But do angels have gender? That's interesting because I think in the Bible they're all men. The angels that do appear, they walk around, they're all men. But are they just taking on the appearance of men? That's the question. And angels came down and mated with female women, right? But it doesn't. They took women as wives. That this is before the flood. They created the Nephilim, the giants. So if you're not familiar with Nephilim, giants of the book of Genesis 6, I believe. Um, it's in the Bible. The book of Enoch goes into more detail on the transhumanist agenda that was going on, 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. So it's essentially a repeat. It's what's going on now. So are angels naturally androgynous anyway? Did they somehow mate with human females, somehow not as men but as androgynes, which is why the Baphomet is an androgyne. This is very androgynous. They're trying to get us used to seeing androgynous people in society. That's the main thing. I see it everywhere you go, man. Everywhere you go, every person you see in the media is now androgynous. Maybe 99%. Okay, can't say all, right? And there's people who are pushing this, and people will say I'm, whatever, opposed to change. I'm old-fashioned. I'm sexist. Whatever. People don't see what's really going on. That this is the end of humanity, which a lot of people will celebrate. A lot of people don't like humanity. Apparently God does, though. And apparently this is the way we're supposed to be created, the way we are right now. Even though it's hard, this is how we were created, and there's a purpose to it. And if we go altering our genetic information, our genetic code, if we change the source code, we're not going to end up where we're supposed to end up, which is resurrected and given our new bodies, our immortal bodies. That sounds pretty cool to me. So why would I want to mess that up? Well, I didn't even believe in this stuff until, about a year ago probably. So Most people don't believe in this stuff because they believe in NASA. It's false science, materialism. It's almost like a religion, the religion of materialism, where the universe originated out of materials. Materials created other materials, which created life. So our God is material, not spiritual. You can't really see the spiritual, right? That's why people don't believe in it. But these Satanists, somehow, they do have access to the satanic spiritual realm via human sacrifice, the drinking of blood, the offering of blood. The abortion industry is essentially a satanic ritual where people give blood. They just feed on the blood, which is life. Okay, so it all ties in. Just a mass media bombardment of the humanity 2.0. This is what we're all going to be looking like. Well, this is what they want us to look like. Not all of us are going to fall for it, of course. And just look at, icons of change. Kristen Stewart, she's on my tranny watch list. They're just everywhere. You never just see one on like a given internet page or a TV show or something. There's never just one. There's always a bunch of them. They're all over. I suppose I'll have to do a video where I just put like 30 people in there, just give it to you all at once, because I just don't have time to do individuals. But it's important to see the underlying change that's going on, the deception. This entire generation, what they do is they brainwash entire generations. 2 generations ago, people had a different set of morals because that's what was considered to be normal. Now it's changed. Now, does God change his morals? I don't think so. So we can live by God's laws or by man's laws. Man's laws are now diametrically opposed to God's laws. Which side are you going to choose? Who's going to give you eternal life? Both will promise you eternal life and all kinds of good stuff, but which one can actually deliver?